Professor Milk, oh. Hello class. Most of you know me as a singer-songwriter, much like Taylor Swift, but there is more to me than meets the eye. I also teach champion mechanics to plebeians like you. I'd like to thank you for joining me in Draventology 101. I'm Professor Milk. Let's get started. First, let's talk about Draven's spinning axes. Most people throw them straight and down, like this. What you have to do is roll them off your fingertips, like this. Now, there's a few items that will help you do this. Brawler's gloves, Avarice blade, coat, infinity edge, yellow swords, pink swords, electrode, triangle, and teleport. It doesn't matter which order you build them in, but I suggest at least getting one of each until you get the hang of it. Draven is the fisherman of bot lane, and that's how he should be played. As any fisherman with any ounce of dignity would tell you, the proper way to do things is to catch and release, catch and release. But with that said, a lot of people have trouble catching Draven's spinning axes, but I'm here to help you. Listen, I'm gonna be straight with you. High elo players like I'm a Cutie Pie, Uzi, Hi I'm Double Lift, Lol Jerry will try to bullshit you, saying that you can control where the axes go. But Wild Turtle said it himself in his secret interview with Trevor Griffin. So, Wild Jason, can you give me a little bit of an input on how you go about catching every single axe?
I don't know. Can't really decide.
Are you sure?
Not really.
He has no idea where the axes will go. The location is random. Here's a live shot of me seeing the random location on the ground and moving into it. It's pretty hard, but after 4,000 games, you'll get the idea. Now, let's go over laning phase. At around level 2, you're going to want to kill the enemy team's bot lane. You'll notice how we completely slaughter them, turning them into an almost puree of human meat. Here's another example at level 3. I do this every game. It's my technique. A lot of people don't do this. You're also going to want to be 50 CS or so ahead every game, and in some cases around 200 CS ahead. Now, let's go over some do's and don'ts of playing Draven. Do have 9 times Caitlyn's auto range. Don't accidentally ban Draven thinking you're picking him, because then you can't play Draven and you have to play Caitlyn. And you lose when you play Caitlyn. Do flash fingertip that bee in the throat to display your dominance. Don't get smited. Do secure those delicious adoration stacks with that fat ult. Don't step in a Caitlyn trap, snowball the enemy team AD carry, and lose the whole game. Do kill LeBlanc while she's Wing away while Zhonya's. Don't get hit by skill shots. Do use your ult to farm mid lane. Don't have idiots on your team that will FF right as you're about to win because they think it's hilarious. And finally, do dive mid tower, almost die, but lifesteal off minions to survive. Suddenly a jinx, frothing at the mouth to finally kill you. Heal bait that bee like a champ, and then bring it home by making RNG your baby back bitch and critting this Vi 3 times in a row at 55% crit chance with no spinning axes. Overall, if you want to ascend to Mount Elo towards the Lord himself, playing like the reigning Draven King Girthlord Fabi, God of Blades, you need to achieve maximum girthness. To do this, you need a message from the gods. You can't truly be a Draven player unless you blow your load and receive 420 gold showered upon your rippling sculpted body through adoration from the blazed gods themselves. As a symbol of progress, the gods may tease you, but this is a good thing. Now quickly, before we wrap this up, let's go over some full builds. We have the Classic featuring Teleport and Ludicrous, the Penetrator, the Crit King, Infinite Sustain Hack.exe, and the Girthlord. And lastly, let's review some advanced techniques. Chasing with axes. Note how I pile drive into this Leona's soft, succulent ass, catching every axe. You can almost hear her typing /FF. Catching every axe. Now, I know this looks difficult, but one day you can do this too. Triple axing. As of now, only me and Girth Fabio himself can do this, but here's exclusive footage of catching 3 axes. Note how epic I look. Legend has it that Fabio himself can juggle 6 axes, but only when his stream's off. And that wraps up today's lesson. I'm glad you learned something. Now get out there and go practice. Godspeed. Professor Milk, oh.